Hi, I'm Mike Truesdell, the composer and performer of From Within, a collaboration with the fashion designer Jenny Lai. The video that you're about to see is a little bit of an interview and a little bit behind the scenes footage of the process of making this amazing and very unique collaboration. We hope that you enjoy seeing this, and then I hope that you enjoy also seeing the video made by 410 Media, also on my YouTube channel, and the link will be in the description below.
My name is Jenny Lai, and I'm a fashion designer, and I have a women's wear and menswear line called Knot. So the idea was to create a garment that would be completely made out of materials that you would usually associate with clothing construction, like zippers and buttons and Velcro, and use those to be the instrument that he would both wear and perform.
We felt there was this absence in the world of music for the sound that can be created with a lot of these various fashion accoutrements. We had some very fun times going to the fashion district in New York and playing around with the zippers and the buttons and all the different little doodads and trinkets and things that you can find in those stores in the fashion district. And we said, why isn't there a piece for this? Jenny and I applied for a residency at Avaloq Farms, and we went there in the fall, I believe it was fall of 2017, and we were able to workshop the beginnings of this piece.
We started off with material exploration. So I had come to Avaloq and I brought just a whole array of Velcro and buttons and zippers, different kinds of fabric, elastic, safety pins, studs. So we gathered each item and we played with them and listened to them acoustically, amplified, and also with some distortions through this patch system that he had built. With fabric, I tried to find fabrics that you could shake or scratch or rub, and that would give different sounds. For example, waxed canvas, which is something I ended up using in the final piece. You can kind of scratch it with your fingers. And nylon, also when you rub it, it kind of gives this like DJ record scratching sound, which is very cool when that's amplified. One other part of the design that I knew I wanted was to create a opening or a portal at some point in the garment. One of the inspirations that Mike had brought to me was this poem by Emily Dickinson.
I was inspired at the time by an Emily Dickinson poem called Contrast. And the part of it that really spoke to me was this outside versus inside part of the poem. And I was feeling like that was very much a part of me discovering who I am at the time, that there's a person that lives inside of me and I know what that person is like and I feel comfortable there. And then there's the person that I and we all present to the world. And sometimes those two people are in conflict. And I felt like this was an opportunity for me as a novice composer to really explore this feeling. And there's not much in the piece that you'll find that's a direct correlation with the Dickinson poem, but I believe the concept was very much inspiring to me.
This poem had this feeling of like taking a walk or a wandering, and then seeing or entering this space that felt warm. And so I wanted to take that feeling and create something in the garment that would be revealed during the piece.
At the end of the piece, you'll notice that Jenny has designed this brilliant, amazing hidden zipper pocket in the shirt that after you open up is this vibrant yellow with these sparkling metal buttons in there. And there is something about that that was just so powerful for me. And I really wanted to save that for the end of the piece to have this performer exploring and trying to pull and grab and trying to get to the inner part of who they are. And finally, the flap is released and open, and you're able to see this beautiful inside of this person, really. And that's what you're experiencing when you see that flap open and you hear this flutter of activity on the track.
What I finally decided was to create a pretty organic pattern, something that is kind of like camouflage. So, and that also had to do with this feeling of this poem, this Emily Dickinson poem that we looked at. There's this feeling of like a meandering walk. So I wanted the garment to kind of have that organic feeling, and then to have this portal that would open up and discover something new. So that was a way to both give some more compositional interest and also a kind of choreographic interest in the performance.
What you'll hear in the piece is a backing track, a track that's fixed media. It's going to be the same every single time. And that's composed of a variety of different fashion sounds. A sewing machine, Velcro, elastic, snaps, buttons of different sizes, different ways of performing them. And I took those sound files, altered them in ways in my computer, and made a fixed track. Over that, I actually improvise quite a bit in the track, and those improvisations also go through a microphone and they're processed with different ways in the computer. So you might see me play some Velcro, and it doesn't sound like the Velcro that you have on your jacket at home, and that's because the computer is processing those sounds. It's hard sometimes to determine what is the computer sound, what's the fixed sound, and what's the performed sound. And that is actually by design, because the concept of the piece is this one person who's battling the inner part of them and this external part of them. It's still the same person, the same sound worlds, the same different elements of the sound. But there are these two different sides of it as well. Well, we hope you enjoyed hearing a little bit about the behind the scenes of this piece. I hope that you also take 6 more minutes and enjoy the performance of From Within on my YouTube channel and recorded by 410 Media. And from Jenny and myself, thank you so much for your attention and for your support, and I'm looking forward to sharing more with you soon. Okay, bye for now.